Hey, it's Brain Muffin the Lifting Nerd here, back with some more reviews of exercises. Now, this routine it's mainly aimed at women, but men could do this. Most likely, without looking at this, I'm going to suspect that they may have to increase the duration of rest and maybe decrease the sets or reps. I'm not sure if this is a high rep or low rep, but that's part of what we're going to look at. This is a 4-month intensive legs workout plan to unlock your full potential. This comes from Muscle and Fitness HERS. So muscleandfitness.com, in the HERS section. So we're looking at 45 minutes, 4 to 7 exercises, and you will need equipment. Now, based on the picture here, we see someone with a barbell and bumper weights. These look to be about 25 pounds. So not too heavy. But even the guy behind her, those might be 45s. They're a little bit thicker. But, obviously it's hard to tell by reading. But what I like about these is they all have the same radius. It's awesome. Just different thicknesses. Few myths are as persistent as those concerning the best way to train legs. Number 1 goes something like this: lifting weights will make my legs and glutes bigger, bulkier, and less flexible than they are now. Yet in reality, most women don't have enough natural occurring testosterone in their body to achieve what they deem as excessive degree of hypertrophy or muscle growth. Even women who want to get a lot bigger, like competitive bodybuilders, really need to make a concerted effort to achieve that look. And weight training, when performed properly, can make you more flexible, not less. In fact, competitive Olympic-style weightlifters are among the most flexible athletes in the world. So there you go. It's our sedentary nature that makes us less flexible. It's like weights will make me bulky. No, donuts make you bulky. Then there's this myth: certain alternative training methods will give me long, lean muscles. Actually, our parents determine the shape of our muscles. If you want the sleek body lines of a ballet dancer, you better hope you're endowed genetically with long muscle bellies and short tendons. That's me. That sucks, though. Most common and damaging myth goes like this: to reshape my body, especially my legs, my best bet is to do slow rhythmic. Oh yeah, this one, my goodness. I see so many women at the gym doing 45 minutes or longer of cardio, and you know what? They get fatter every year. They get more fat on their legs, and I can't understand why I can't lose weight. Because you're doing the wrong exercise. Wrong again. In reality, resistance training is the key. Now, you might say, well, this is Muscle and Fitness magazine. Of course they're going to say weight training. The science is in. The science has been in for 20 years, okay? Probably even longer. You may say to legs and long-distance runners, those training consists of endless hours of cardio-type work. Now, again, if you're going to train to run a marathon, then yes, you need to do that. Now, scope out the sprinters with their taut cords of leg muscles underpinning a pair of sculpted glutes. In terms of body shaping, the virtues of resistance training is short, explosive movements versus cardio exercise. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, look at your sprinters. Your long-distance runners, lean, usually tall. They're really good ones. And your sprinters, yeah, they're just like a muscle waiting to explode. This 4-month program doesn't guarantee to build legs capable of giving sprinter Marion Jones a run for the gold, but it will allow you to fulfill your legs' genetic potential and increase their functional capacity for sport and everyday activities, like walking and sitting at a desk, in ways that most leg routines can't. But what makes it different? First, it uses a periodized approach to leg training. Varying factors like volume intensity is scientific based. Yep. So it's kind of like the HIIT cardio. Kind of takes the same idea. Such variation produces better results than a static approach to training while lessening the odds of overtraining. What's more, this program targets all your leg musculature, not just part of it. In addition to training your quadriceps, hamstrings, and calves, you'll hit muscles such as the hip flexors, glutes, and abductors. That's good without doing that stupid birthing machine. The 5 muscles are located along the inner thigh. Okay, so we've and then it talks about how much protein. Whey protein. Don't shy away from protein either. Women train consume roughly 0.07 to 0.08 grams per pound of body weight daily. So, and what I would do if you're trying to lose weight, so let's say just for even numbers, you're 150 pounds and you want to be like 115, okay, because that's your ideal weight body. We'll just say that you want to lose 45 pounds or 35 pounds over however long. What I would do is, so you start with one, so basically start where you are, do 2 weeks. So this is a 4-month program. Obviously, you're not going to. You might lose 35 pounds in 2 weeks. Depends on what your Most of it is, especially if it's fat. So, and then after you've got that established, then lower that body weight to your target. So let's say, or not all the way to your target, but say 5 pounds down or 10 pounds down. So do 150 and then do 145 or do 140. And so when you do this calculation, so start where you are, get your routine going so you get good nutrition for that, and then start to aim where you are. Now, if you're obviously trying to go the other way, if you're 85 pounds trying to get to 135, start at 85, then start at 90, and then when you reach, keep lowering. Perform the workouts twice weekly, each workout with a 10-minute warm-up and light stretching. This is, again, to get the blood flowing. Some would argue that's a waste of time, but I don't know. The last rep you can finish with complete control and perfect form should fall within this range, so select your weights accordingly. This is, again, you got to get adjusted to understand what you're going to be doing, how to do the workouts, how to do the exercises, choose good weights, and then on a lot of these, tempo, first number equals the seconds to complete the negative part, concentric. The second equals the concentric is the positive, and this is the negative part of it. Equals the number of seconds to take at the eccentric portion. It's basically at the bottom of or top. So if you're lifting, if you're going down, let's say for a squat, right, and so they're going split squat, so that weight is at the bottom. So what you're seeing here is weight is lowered. So you're going to go. Now it's kind of weird, but you usually start up, but basically you're going to go down in 3 seconds, spend a second at the bottom, and come up in 1. Okay. So, does this have what the schedule is? Okay. So month 1, you're doing this twice a week. So, you can do some other time, maybe twice a week, do an upper body. So Bulgarian split squat, that works the hams. And the foot placement on the back is very good, very important. So you may start with this with no weight because that's a high rep range. 20-second rest, standing calf raise. Okay, that's good. Again, kind of read this backwards because you start from a positive. Usually you start all the way up. So you're going to lower in 3 seconds and no rest at the bottom and explode up in 1 second. Stiff leg deadlift is typically you start from the upper part, so you're going to lower in 3 seconds and explode because that negative part is where the muscle is really, really built, and will in the long run, this will help stretch your hamstrings too. Now on these, your legs are slightly bent. It's not truly stiff-legged. It's also known as Romanian deadlift. So seated calf raise, okay. Standing hip abductor. Now this is also going to help work on your balance. Why do they have this twice? And then you can use a chair to hold on to the back of the chair for balance. And then over time, if your gym allows, there's 2 ways to add weight to this. One is to put an ankle weight on, which I don't actually like, but what some places have, they have machines with cables, and you can put a strap around your ankle, and then you can pull outward. So this is going up. Again, on this part, when you lower the weight back down, 3 seconds. So explode up, no rest, and down in 3 seconds. Now this one you do start with, in the positive is your first. You start with your foot here and go out. So go out in 1 second, come back in 3. This is kind of a variant of a 4X, except you only have 2 sets. And so this is a lot of prep work. This is really kind of getting the body flowing. You're really not. This is about the only exercise you're really doing a lot of work on. So now leg press, again, so now in month 2, we're adding sets. That's good. And we're lowering the rep range. That's good. So you're going to be doing more weights than you did here. Here you can probably do heavier than you did in the previous month. So stand and back extension. Yeah. Okay. That'll help with the lower back as well. Lying leg curl. Now you might think, oh, my gym has a standing leg curl. Not the same. Or sitting leg curl forward. Not the same. Lying leg curl is much harder. If you do not, and you have a way to someone help you, lay flat on a bench with your knees kind of slightly over the end, and then use a dumbbell between your feet and do it that way. And again, the 3 seconds here is going to be lowering the weight, because usually what happens, you curl the weight to you and then you come back out. with it. And so as you extend back out, that's going to be the negative side of it. And that's where you want the 3 seconds. And then we're doing these again. And these again. So now we get into full body squats. So now we're actually finally getting into something. This is right here going to work your legs more than anything, especially when you start adding, if they do I don't know if we're doing body weight or not, but if not, yeah, it doesn't look like that. What I would say is, if you do this for a month and you really aren't feeling nothing, and because here you're doing fewer reps instead of more, you should be strong enough really in 2 weeks. Actually, by the time you get here, you should be strong enough that this is just going to be more endurance. I would really start looking at an actual full body squat, not a lot of weight, but I would think about it, especially in month 4. So this isn't bad. This is okay, but this is getting repetitive. Month 4, so we're not today. The lateral bond. Okay, yeah, maybe this is cardio-esque to me, and I don't really know if I really agree with it. This is so. My only complaint really is this. I have 2, which is a minor nitpick. And then this really needs to be a real body, not a body weight squat, an actual squat, barbell squat. It could be low bar, it could be high bar, it doesn't matter for this exercise. Now, a low bar is going to allow you to work more weights, but a high bar does tend to hit the quads a little bit stronger. The other thing you could do here is an actual deadlift, but I wouldn't do both of these heavy at the same day. So, again, this one you can do, the Romanian deadlifts. But 2 months in a row of that's 8 weeks of just body weight squat. I don't really think that's going to build much muscle at all. But you don't really need, it's not like, you need to do 400 pounds here, 100 pounds, depending on who your body weight and everything else. Now what I would work up to is whatever your body weight is in the squat. So what I would do is the first week I would just do this and maybe put, if your gym has it, something you can put on your back, like a broom handle or something, or a PVC pipe, something very light, just to get the form. And then the next week you just do the barbell. And the idea is that by the time you get into month 4, say maybe the last 2 weeks, the amount of weight you have on here is whatever your body weight is. And that'll make a huge difference in what you're trying to accomplish. So that is my review of this workout. So I have one minor nitpick, and that is this is, I think, useless. But that's only my opinion. And then I would definitely, and if you're really inclined to, what I would do is in month 2, I wouldn't do the leg press at all. Depending on what where your balance and things are, I would do this. So these are exercises you're supersetting these things. What you could do is, that's still a high volume. You could also skip this and put in leg press instead. That will work the abductors, but this is also for balance. So this is a lot of things that kind of get you foundational. So that's if your fitness level is already high enough, you might here put in the leg press, and then in month 2 start doing the barbell squat. So because here they're not supersetting it with anything, so you can do a barbell. I would still do the same rep range, same number of sets, but then start doing barbell squats. So there you go. So what do you think of my review of the 4-month intense leg workout? Interesting enough, this looks to be like a deadlift or a clean and jerk setup, and none of that's in this exercise. This is not how you start a Bulgarian deadlift, the stiff leg deadlift, or slightly bent, knee bent. You start from an upright position, but you can still do it on the floor. I mean, showing this guy doing it on the floor. I like doing it from a rack and then going down, but that's just me. All right, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for clicking like, and we'll see you later.